Hello Tiger fans and welcome to Tiger TV.
This is Mike White with Coaches Talk. Today we have a couple of special guests with us. Coach Cruz had a prior engagement and couldn't be here today, but we have the offensive and defensive coordinator with us today. And first of all, coaches, thanks for being with us.
No problem, appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, coaches, of course, it's always good to do one of these shows, especially after a big win. And our offense and defense kind of showed out last Friday night, so I know you'll be able to give us some in-depth perspective on that, being as you're the coordinators for each side of the ball. We'll start out talking about the offensive side of the ball. Coach Stegall, offensive coordinator. Of course, we had a good night. I'm not sure what the stats were on that, but tell us a little bit about your perspective and your take on the game Friday night.
It ended well. It started kind of slow. When we first came out, they came out in a different defense, and our kids lined up, and I could see the wheels turning there. They were looking left and right. They didn't really know what, and it wasn't a big thing, but they had slid their line over, and our kids got all messed up for a couple drives. It took us 3 drives to settle down. But once they did, and they started seeing, okay, this is all it was, we kind of settled in, and that's when we started to pick up pace. And we quit cutting people free. A couple times we pulled and we didn't account for somebody and they tackled us for a loss. And so from the outside looking in, you're like, well, why didn't you block that guy? Well, we had him accounted for and they slid over, and it was a miscommunication. And then late in the game, I thought they did a very good job of knowing where to be and who not to cut free, and our backs, they had a really good night.
Do you have any stats on any of the rushing or so forth as far as the Friday night's game against Bolivar was?
We had Omarion Pitts had 135 yards rushing. We had 6 different kids score a rushing touchdown. I don't remember all their individual numbers together, but as a team, I think we rushed for 316 total. And so 6 different kids scored. Anytime you get that many kids involved, I mean, it's really helping us out. You know, Josh Hearn at quarterback finally had a good game on the ground. Seemed like before Bolivar, every time he had a big play, it got called back for a penalty. And finally, he had some runs that actually stuck, and he had a good night, got in twice.
Well, outstanding. And the offense, congratulations. They did make the adjustments and ended up, as you mentioned, having a good night on the ground. And, anytime you score 47 points, you should win. And if you score 47 points, you should win. And if you don't, it means you're giving up more than 47, and we didn't do that Friday night. Coach Lowry, being the defensive coordinator, talk to us a little bit about the defense from Friday night.
Going off what Blake just said, we started off pretty slow. If you watch the first drive, they kind of drove it down on us and scored, which didn't really surprise me because passing isn't something we go against a whole lot. So it's something we had to settle into. We talk about how young the defense is. It's primarily sophomores, so that's something they don't see a whole lot. So we settled down. Tackling-wise, in the first half, I didn't think we tackled very well. And then that started cleaning up in the second half. And once we started putting hats on the ball, they started putting it on the ground. We ended with like 3 or 4 fumbles, pick 6. Like I said, it was just this beginning. We got to start faster, and we talk about that all the time. Both sides of the ball throughout the game, we got to start faster. I feel like the only game we've really done that is Southside. We jumped on them defensively and offensively. So just starting faster and not taking that time to get used to the game. We got to start out like that. But overall, I was very happy. I thought we played well. The first drive, they got that touchdown, and they didn't score again until the fourth quarter, and we had some guys cramping and stuff. That's basically what it came down to. They outran us because we were cramping. But overall, I was happy with the game.
Well, as you mentioned, and Coach Cruz and I have talked about it as well, starting fast. We want to do that on both sides of the ball. One thing I did notice that I mentioned, and y'all did clean it up later in the game, but I noticed, I love the enthusiasm of some of our young guys, but some of them, they go in, without breaking down and, just kind of miss some open field tackles, and looks like they got better at that, and I'm sure it's something that you've worked on, and let you address that.
Yeah, like I said, we're young. So a lot of those guys, this is their first night or first time under the lights. JV ball is one thing, but Friday nights is different. So at the beginning of the game, they were just running out there, not bringing arms, they're not bringing their feet. So it's just something they got to clean up, and we work on it throughout practice, and hopefully that'll show this week.
Well, and I do know, as you mentioned, how young we are on especially on defense. When we're young, period, but especially on defense. But kind of changing gears just a little bit. Of course, we've had this week of practice, and Jackson Northside comes to town tonight. And what do we know about them? And I'll ask you, Coach Stegall, about their defense, as you'll be running against that defense, and tell us a little bit about how practice has gone this week, and if we're healthy on your side of the ball, as well as what we expect to see them in.
Well, it started, we went back, first thing we did last weekend was watch the film from last year's game. And, we were 3-0, started out kind of hot, and Northside, we dropped that game, and they physically outmatched us. They up front, they beat us. They hit our ball carriers when they were blocking. I mean, it just all around, I thought they were a more physical team than us last year. So, we've been preaching that to our kids since the very beginning. Scheme, all that out the window. Last year they hit us. And so all week we've kind of amped up some stuff, amped up some drills, kind of told them that we've got to take the fight to them, and maybe we can start fast early. But, they run the same scheme as they did last year, but they got some different kids. They had a big class, graduated 20-something kids. I remember they had some mountains last year. I mean, 6'5", 6'3". They've got a couple kids, but I don't think anybody of that stature. They're really physical. They fly to the ball. They're athletic. I mean, you just got to kind of wear on them, or you got to try to get them more numbers on one side or the other. We're going to play a numbers game with them for a little bit tonight and see if we can't, outrun them a little bit.
Well, I listened to, I think, one of the Jackson stations after the game, and they were calling it a statement game for Ripley because of the score. What's your thoughts on that?
On which game?
The last one we just played that we scored 47 points in.
Well, I would say that was, any game you win is a statement game. You want to win every game no matter what the score is, but the fact that we put that many up that quick, I like where we're going. But if we don't start that fast in the beginning, you don't always have that opportunity to come late in the game like that. So really, it's just going to come down to how are we going to start tonight? Are we going to come out and we're going to be fired up, or are we going to come out and kind of feel the game out like we said? And, that worked out. It's worked out for us in the past, and then there's been some times where we just never catch up. So I would love to come out first half and jump on and play our game from the beginning, and let's just see what happens from there.
Well, Coach, especially being a predominantly running team as we are, it's hard to come from behind, and if you give up, especially if you're down by a couple of scores at halftime, it's just hard to make up those points and then get ahead when you're a predominantly running team, right?
It is. When you're down 2 or 3 scores, you're starting to think every drive matters. You want to get points on every drive. If you don't throw the ball a lot, like we don't, we have a lot of pass plays, but sometimes we don't have the connection that we want, or we'll drop it, or the protection's not there, or we just don't have good matchups there. But I really feel good about a lot of our run matchups, and so we try to find ways to get our skill guys the ball in situations where we can outnumber a certain side of their defense. Whether we go trips one side, run to the other, we go to trips and run to that side. However, we can get our best athletes the ball and let them just play fast and not think about, I have to catch this ball, I have to get open, where's the DB? We just want to hand it and go. And so that's worked out for us in the past. And then, you always got to know where Omarion is, big bruiser. But now this year we have a complement of backs behind him. We have Terrion Curry, Marjay Barbie, Terrence Hunter. I mean, we have all these other guys that we're giving the ball to. And so we're just really trying to find out how to get them in space, get them in grass, and let them run.
Well, thank you, Coach. And switching over to the defensive side, tell us, as far as practice this week and what we can expect out of Northside this week as well.
Well, it's not really anything new. It's shotgun wing tee, which is something we do a lot. Halls did it, so it's something we're familiar with, a lot of buck and things like that. The biggest thing is they are big. Offensive line is pretty big, and they are athletic. So the biggest thing I think this week is not to give up the big play. I think if we don't give up the big play, we'll be all right. They do have quite a bit of penalties in the games that we watch and things like that. So I think as long as we don't give up the big one, for the most part, throughout the night, we should be okay. If you go back and look, they haven't actually scored any points yet this year. So I'm really hoping that's not against us. So this week of practice, we've practiced pretty well. Like I said, it's not anything new. A lot of our guys play both ways, so we understand the scheme of their offense, things like that. So hopefully we don't give up that first score.
Well, as Coach Stegall mentioned, getting his skill guys the ball, and of course, you got Omarion and some other guys that are contributing heavily to it. And then on that side of the ball, you've got a big player there, number 5, that everybody's got to account for.
That's a fact. Carney, he's a guy. If you watch the Crockett game, you could tell he wasn't in there. I even had some guys that I went to high school with that coached Crockett, and they talked about how worried they were about scheming to block him, things like that. And then they came out, and I told them he wasn't playing, so I think they felt pretty comfortable with him out. And I think for the most part, Carney's just a comfort blanket for the whole defense. I don't know if it's a true thing or not, but they play better when he's in there. I don't really understand it. We definitely get lined up and better. He's the brains of the defense for sure. So getting lined up and all that is a very big thing when he's in there. But, yeah, I'm glad to have him back. If you could watch, we've been running a 4-3, and then last week we went back to the 3-4. So we're going to stay in that this week. It's what we've been running since I've been here and since Cruz has been here. So it's a little more comfortable for the guys. They understand the fits and things like that better. So we'll be back in the 3-4, and hopefully we'll do well in it.
And then you've got some young guys, too, that have stepped up and helped him out a lot as well.
Oh, yeah. The other 3 linebackers are actually sophomores. Austin actually played last year as a freshman, so he's back. He plays the Sam, the strong side outside. And then Deloach started out as an outside linebacker at the beginning of the year, and he's actually moved to the middle. We always call him Turner 2.0 if you watch Turner Crowder. He's very similar, not very big, but he gets to the ball, and he's nasty when he gets there. And then somebody that's kind of came onto the scene as the season started is Sammy Smith. He's a big kid. He was actually in the run for the quarterback, and then when he didn't get quarterback, we started giving him more reps at outside. He's a big body, and if he connects, he's gonna hit somebody. He's one of those that has to bring his arms and bring his feet and stuff like that. But if he connects, he's there. And then Marjay, he actually started last year as a freshman, but we moved him from corner to safety this year. I like him at safety better. He can play both sides of the ball, and if he comes down, he's going to hit somebody, and they're going to feel it. So. And then JQ, he's another sophomore. He's came out. He plays basketball. He didn't play last year. He came out this year, and he's a pretty locked down corner. And surprisingly, I never thought it, but he's pretty physical at corner as well. And then on the D line, they're pretty much all new. Mooney will actually play some nose this week. He's usually on the offensive side, and he's a pretty big boy, so he can't really play both ways. So he's going to play some nose. And then Simpsons, they'll play an end, and then Ock. He started off as our middle linebacker, and we've moved him down to end. We feel like he gives offensive problems because he's not very big, but he's very strong and he's very quick. So we're thinking them pulling guards, he can get behind them pulling guards and disrupt the play in the backfield, and then them linebackers can get in there and feel it and finish it.
Yeah, I noticed. He made his presence known last week, as well as all the ones that you mentioned, and other ones that we haven't mentioned yet. But coaches, I want to thank you both for being here. I want to wish you the very best of luck tonight. Let's go beat Jackson Northside and come out of this game with a win. This is the only one that counts right now, is the one tonight. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you on the sideline.
Thank you.
All right, everything on, stretching and warming up. We've got everything on. We've got captains for Northside over on their sideline, and just waiting for the captains for Ripley, and we'll have the captains in midfield. Update on the score was
Haywood 28, Lexington 7. Huntington.
how much
12.
time?
It's extra 1.2. He's taking. I'm sure the other ones like Rocket and Oliver, they probably. I won't say they're in a delay game.
Where's that game being played?
Probably. And Mother and Guys, but I'm sure they're in a delay game. Huntington 12, Decatur Riverside 7. Trinity Christian 19, Union City 21. South Skipton 21, Kirby 0.
Well, just got a text from Mr. Jimmy Hill. He's here and watching and listening from his car. And I always want to give a shout out to him. And if we had a stadium full of people that's been supporting Ripley sports as long as he had, we would have some top-notch supporters here. But we've got a lot of them anyway. And of course, he's one of them, as well as Jimmy Kiesler. He was always here. I think he's a little under the weather now. I haven't seen him this year. And of course, Richard Jennings was one for a long, long time, as long as he lived. And a lot of other ones. So many I hate to mention a few and not mention all of them, but got to mention the ones that I see on a regular basis, and those are the ones that come to mind. The captains for Ripley tonight are number 7, Austin Thompson, number 5 for the Tigers, and that is Taylor Carney, number 20 for the Tigers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to begin this contest.
And number
As you can
55
see, the
for
captains
the
of both
Tigers
teams are making it to
is
this field
Logan
for the
Simpson.
toss. For the Indians, we have Dodd, Reed, and Marshall.
11, Marcus
For the
Parsons.
Tigers, Manus, Carney,
1
Simpson, and Thompson.
Brick 1, Dodd. I can't see the other one. When we get to it, I'll call his number.
And the starting lineup tonight for the Ripley Tigers. On offense, tackle number 71, Lynn Edwards. He's a junior. The other tackle will be Dallas Mitkoff. He's a senior. The guards are Logan and Morgan Simpson, brothers and twins, and they're juniors. The center is Dalton Wilson. He's a sophomore. Tight end is Bradley Arav. He's a senior, number 44. Wing is Mason DeLoach. He's a sophomore, number 32. Wide receiver, number 11, J.Q. Hurdle. He is a sophomore. Running back, number 22, Terrence Hunter. He's a senior. Fullback, number 41, Omarion Pitts. He's a junior. And the quarterback will be Josh Hearn.
And the Tigers won the toss for the second half.
So Ripley will start out on defense. They'll be kicking from the south to the north. And defense will be going on first, and the defensive ends for Ripley will be number 55, Logan Simpson, the junior. Defensive end, Octavian Thomas, number 17, a senior. Defensive tackle, number 70, Connor Mooney, a junior. Outside linebacker, number 7, Austin Thompson, he's a sophomore. Middle linebacker, number 32, Mason DeLoach, he's a sophomore. Middle linebacker, number 5, Taylor Carney, a senior. Outside linebacker, number 2, Sammy Smith, a sophomore. The corners are J.Q. Hurdle, a sophomore, Terrence Hunter, a senior. Strong safety is Marjay Barbie, a sophomore. And the free safety is number 20, Kobe Connors, number 20, and he's a senior. So the Ripley Tigers have taken the field and head to their sideline, as well as Jackson Northside. The clock is all set, and we are just about ready for some football.
Yeah, looking forward to this. this is not a district matchup. Next week, the Chargers come to Ripley. That is a big, big, big game, and we need everybody in Lauderdale County to come out for that game.
Absolutely. Now, actually, when I get a chance, we'll give you some stats on this year. That as far as offense goes, who's got how many yards rushing. Coach Stegall sent me that information earlier today. Excuse me. All right. The Indians are lined up on their side of the field, ready to receive the kick.
And they've been there, you got some big dudes.
Sets the ball on the tee
They
at the
do.
40-yard line.
All right, and number 26,
And
Tanner
ladies
Hendricks,
and
is kicking
gentlemen,
off for the Ripley
are you
Tigers.
ready for
They're
some
kicking
football?
off from the 40-yard line near hash mark.
Here we go.
It's kickoff time here in Tiger Town. And a long end-over-end kick drives him all the way back to the 5-yard line. He's crossed the 10, the 15. A missed tackle at the 20. He's got the 20. No, a little over the 20. He may have got about the 21, 22-yard line. So that's where it'll be first down and 10 for Jackson Northside Indians as they go to work on offense.
And that was number 22 for the Tigers.
That would have been Terrence Hunter, the senior.
Taylor on the tackle for the Tigers. And from the 22-yard line, the Indians will have
The
a
Ripley
first
defense
down.
takes the field first for the Tigers. Got a really good crowd here tonight and a good student section. All right, let's see. North side will line up with 3 wide to the right, in shotgun, wing to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He's throwing it out as a screen pass and hit immediately, but not brought down until the second and third players get him. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage and just didn't wrap him up, and he was brought down at the 28-yard line. So that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. It'll be second down 4.
That was number 3 for the Indians. That was Malik Reed. Who got that ball?
We had somebody right there to catch him in the background. He was playing in the backfield. He was playing his responsibility. Just a little overzealous and didn't come up with the tackle, but at least he slowed him up and gave some other players opportunity to make the tackle. So it'll be second down and 4. This time 2 wide to the right, wing to the right. Wing goes in motion. They hand it off to him going to the left and caught in the backfield and brought down by the Ripley Tigers by number 7, AT3.
AT3, yeah, it was him.
And somebody else was back there with him. I couldn't see who that was. It may have been, I want to say it was number 5, Carden, in on that tackle. So he loses back to the original line of scrimmage where it will be third down and 10.
You know, we didn't know until last week at halftime that Coach Cruz played 8 sophomores on defense.
Absolutely. And let's see, this week we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starting, 6. We got 6 starting on defense now. So the Tigers are a very young team. Wing left, 2 wide to the right, shotgun formation. Quarterback's just going to roll to his right, looking to throw. He throws it into the flat, and he's brought down short of the first down, right across the 30. Well, depends on the mark. It looks from here like it's going to be close. But they're going to say he got the first. So he just barely got it, but he came down with it. And so they'll get their first down and move the sticks.
Yeah, I don't even remember who got that tackle. For the Tigers.
So Jackson Northside makes a substitute. You know, Coach really wants to win this game. Last year we were 3-0 going into this game and let this game get away from us last year. 2 wide left, wing right, and the quarterback's throwing it out into the flat. It's overthrown, and actually just really a stop pass. The wide out took a step and backed up, and the ball went over his head, and it'll make it second and 10 with 9:34 on the clock. First quarter, no score.
Yeah, that ball was intended for number 13 of the Indians. That was Austin Floyd. He's a senior.
Northside in white jerseys with white pants with blue stripes on them and blue helmets. They'll have two wide to the left, wing to the right. Shotgun. Puts his man in motion, the wingman. They hand him trying to get outside on the right and brought down by number 2, Sammy Smith. And behind the line of scrimmage, so he's going to lose about 5.
That's a sophomore.
And he's going to make it third down and around 15. 29-yard line now. The original line of scrimmage is about not quite the 30, about the 29. So I guess it was a 4-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 14. Got our clock back working tonight. We got old Todd White. He's running the board. We call him the chairman of the board.
The chairman of the board. That's right.
All right, 2 wide to the right, wing to the right, shotgun formation, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to throw, but flag comes out early.
That's
Going to be a procedure against Northside. So that'll back them up 5 more to make it 3rd down 19.
well, that's working for us.
So far, so good.
I think last week we had almost 80 yards in the middle.
Goes to
Yeah.
19. 3rd down, 19.
So it'll be 3rd and 19 with 8:41 on the clock. No score. This time 3 wide to the right, shotgun formation, empty backfield. Quarterback wants to throw. He's throwing the screen pass outside. He's caught. He's crossed the 30. He's crossed the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 40. No, he just stays in bounds, but a flag comes out as well. I would guess it'd be a block in the back. But see, they're moving the sticks over there, and they're not supposed to move those sticks until they know what that flag is in case it has to go back to that spot, and that's exactly what they're doing. And they're not going to know exactly where that spot is because they're supposed to wait until the referees tell them to move the chains before they do. And maybe that referee over there did tell them to, but that was a mistake. But the good thing about it is the guy that's holding the down marker, he stayed in place, so they know exactly where the ball is. It's just exactly where the first down is.
13, FA.
All right, Tigers.
Right, go Hogs.
All right, it'll be 3rd down 19 with 8:19 on the clock. First quarter, no score. Ripley yet to have the ball. 2 wide to the left, wing to the left and right. High snap goes over the quarterback's head. He's just going on it back inside the 10-yard line at about the 9. So it's going to bring up 4th down and around 25 or 30. So obviously, a situation for the Indians. And we know how that feels. But it will be a punting situation for the Indians. We'll send number 20, Terrence Hunter, back deep. And number 11, J.Q. Hurdle, the sophomore. So a senior and sophomore is going to stand back at around midfield. Ball on the 9-yard line. So he's punting just about from his goal line. He's snap right here, too. He gets a good one off, and he gets a punt off. So that's where Ripley will have it. 1st and 10. Go on offense now.
7 minutes, 4 years and seconds.
You know, I don't remember the last time.
First down.
I mean, there was a long gap there where we didn't play them. And then when we did play them, they beat us the last several times. I don't know what year. Well, I remember, 15, 20 years ago we beat them. But I really couldn't tell you much about the game. All right, Ripley comes to the line. They'll have 3 wide right. Quarterback in shotgun. High snap, and it goes over his head. And he's going to have to just down it back inside his own 30 at around his 26-yard line. And they're going to say he's at 29. So, boy, that's hurt us a lot this year.
Yeah, it has.
So like I said a while ago when they did it, I said, well, we've had the same problem, and unfortunately we had that on this one, so it's going to make it 2nd down and 10, 15, 20, 25, 26 yards. Ripley up to the line, same formation. They hand the ball to Hunter, trying to get outside. He breaks a couple of tackles, stays on his feet, goes back across the field, and brought down across the 35 at around the 36-yard line. So it's still a pickup of 6-7 yards on that play.
And that was number 8 on the ball there. Another senior.
And he did a good job of picking his way through the defense. It looked like he was going to be stopped pretty much for no gain, but so we're at about 2nd down and 19 now. Nose of the ball just shy of the 36-yard line. Wide out to the right, wing to the right, split backfield, Hearn under center. Takes a snap, big O time. They hand the ball to him. He cuts off right in, breaks another tackle, runs across the middle of the field, still staying on his feet. He gets to right at almost the 50-yard line. They're going to say the 49-yard line. He gets back in within the sticks, and it's going to make it 4th down and about 6, it looks like.
He got about 50 yards.
Well, 19 minus 6, 13. Ripley was going for it. No, they've got. No, it's 4th. We're in punt formation, and Hearn's going to stand back at his 37-yard line to punt the ball away, or at least that's the way we're lined up. Coach Cruz has been known to fake a punt, but he gets it to him, and he rolls out to his right, and he gets a nice punt, and it hits and takes a great Ripley bounce, and they're going to get him down inside the 5-yard line at around the 2, and you can't get a much better punt than that.
No, but Josh had that whole right side of it opened up. He could have ran and got the first down and probably more yards.
You're probably right. And if you do that and it's not called that way, that's great. But if you do that and it don't work, boy, you don't want to come to the sideline. And the coach is going to chew on you for a while. But it'll be 1st down and 10. They say the ball's at the 6-yard line. 5:02 on the clock. No score, 1st quarter. Ripley hosting the Jackson Northside Indians. Northside will come to the line. They'll have 2 wide to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a high snap but gets it down, and they run an inside trap, and he's just a short gain before the Tigers close in on him. I know Carney was in on it, and number can't see who the other guy was. There were a couple more guys. I think that was number 70 for the Tigers that was in on that tackle. And number 70 is the sophomore, the big sophomore, Connor Mooney, 6'3", 378. Wide outs to each side now. Wings to each side. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. Man in motion. They know the quarterback pulls it out, and just a read play there, and Ripley does a good job of stuffing it. They're going to say he gets out to around the 12 or 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd down upcoming.
I was going to say Simpson that and you understand why the Northside is a little rusty because they got great time, but their coach quit 3 weeks before the season started.
I think it was actually less than that. Yeah, I think it was like a week, or it wasn't very long. And I actually don't know if he quit or he was asked to leave. But either way, so they have they've had some issues they've had to work through coming into the season. And they'll break the huddle. They'll have 1 wide left, and they're going to have to take a timeout because they had no time on the play clock. So with 3:32 left on the 1st quarter clock, the score is 0-0. It'll be 3rd down and 4, ball on the 13-yard line when play resumes. Those stats that I mentioned earlier, let me find those right quick.
Say hello to your 2022 RHS football cheerleaders.
Okay, here we go. Up until before tonight, Big O Omarion, he had 48 rushes for 406 yards and 3 touchdowns. Terrence Hunter had 17 carries for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. Marjay had 12 carries for 108 yards and 3 touchdowns. TC for 90 yards and 1 touchdown, and Hearn 17 for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. I have to look up and see who TC is. not Terrence Hunter, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see who else carries the ball. You know, coach just sends me stuff. That's what they call them. Like I just found out during the coaches show that number 17, which is Octavian Thompson, they call him Oct. So you have to kind of know some of their nicknames to actually know exactly who we're talking about. But it's 3rd down and 3 for Northside as they have 2 wide left, and the quarterback rolls to his left, wanting to throw, and he's caught in the backfield. He tries to turn it back up in, but he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down, it appears, from this angle.
Looks like he lost.
You may be right. He didn't get the 1st down, though. And so it is 4th down. And according to the stick, the yard marker, or where the ball is, the down marker, it was basically no gain. So it'll be 4th and 4 with 2:50 on the clock. 1st quarter. Ball is on the 13-yard line. No score.
You know, I know we do rookie football, but I'm really proud of
They've got 2 seconds to get this off, and they're going to get a delay of game. There it is.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to say, I'm really proud of all. Of course, they are in our county, but, you know, we want everybody to do this.
Everybody in the county, that's for sure. Now, the counties around us, not so much.
No, but our county.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know, I'm not a big Covington fan, but I am a J.R. Kirby fan, so, you know, I'll take that with a grain of salt. And, you know, next week they come calling. So they did have to take a timeout. And it's going to be 4th and 9. Well, no, my bad. It wasn't a timeout. It was a delay of game. And here's the punt. And Ripley's going to take it. Number 22, Terrence Hunter, he catches it at the 35. He crosses the 30, the 25, and puts it out of bounds inside the 25. So Ripley will have the ball in great field position to start this drive.
Yeah, we need 21 in here to the end zone.
You know, I think all we've got to do is just, you know, not snap the ball over the quarterback's head. And that may be that may be the reason that he went under center. But whatever it is.
Now, the guy that's center, he's a sophomore.
Right.
And he's never centered before.
Absolutely.
As far as I know, until this year.
You're right, as far as I know too. And I'm trying to see. I think we may have a new center in. Anyway, Ripley's got the ball. 1 wide out to the left, split backfield, quarterback under center, wing right. They hand the ball to Big O going up the middle. He runs into a lot of traffic, and he's a short gain, maybe 1.
Now, I believe it's still 72 in there, Mike.
Okay.
It's in the scrum. Short game, just a 2nd down.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, 72 is Dalton Wilson. He's a sophomore. He's a big kid, too, 6'2", 276. You know, you just got to take everything with a grain of salt when you're playing with a lot of young folks. 1 wide to the right, wing to the left, split backfield. Harn under center, puts his man in motion, goes from left to right, switches to the right wing. There's a toss sweep to number 16. He breaks a couple of tackles, hit hard as he approaches the 1st down marker. He's going to be a couple of yards short, maybe 3.
That was number 9 and number 1. That was Jackson Harris. He is a junior. And number 1 was Dodd.
And a good run, a nice carry there by number 16 for the Tigers. That's who that was, TC. That's Trayvon Curry.
Was he a sophomore?
He is a sophomore.
He quit.
He is quick. 5'8", 142 pounds. That size, you better be fast. All right, so actually it's 3rd down and 5. And they're going to hand the ball to the running back going off left end. And he turns and breaks one tackle, breaks out of another tackle, and gets down. Let's see where they spotted. I couldn't tell from here. It's close to the 15.
Moves down on the 15-yard line.
They're going to say he's about a yard short, 4th and 1.
And 4th down.
33 seconds on the 1st quarter clock. Like for Ripley to be able to punch one in before this quarter is over. Now we're letting the time run on the play clock, and I'm not sure that we're even going to try to get a playoff. Maybe we will. 29 seconds on the game clock. Let it just stop. So some discussion about the clock. It's 4th down and 1. Ripley's going for it. Ball is on the 15-yard line. Wide out to the left, wing to the left. Split backfield, Hearn under center. Probably a quarterback sneak here. Yep, that's what it is, going off the left side. If he didn't like but a yard, he should have got that. He still struggles and stays on his feet and fights hard and picks up that first down. So that is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down.
Great job by Josh. Good that first down.
Absolutely. Good, hard, tough run.
Tigers.
So Ripley will have the ball at the 14 now, where it'll be first and 10.
The Americans.
Ripley will be under center this time. They send Q Hurdle out wide to the right. Quarterback's a toss sweep to Pitts as he breaks or runs into one man, and he still stays on his feet. Looks like the whole team's out there trying to bring him down. And I think he still picked up about 4 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, hard run.
Gains about 3 yards.
Picked up a couple. So it'll be second down and 8.
Heading in a different direction.
And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. So at the end of one here in Ripley with a lightning delay, we're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with the second quarter right after this. We are back as we get ready to start the second quarter. No score in the game. Ripley hosting Jackson Northside. We are switching into the field. It'll be second down and 7 to go for Ripley on the 11-yard line. Ripley now in the south end zone, or headed toward the south end zone. I hope we're in it in a minute.
About time for Big O to break one.
Yeah. I'll take it from anybody. Marjay checks in at running back. Hurdle split wide to the left. Got a wing on the left side.
And 7 from the 11-yard line.
They're waiting for the change to get set. The Loach is the wing in Hearn under center. Takes a snap, hands it to Marjay. He gets in and he gets close to the end zone, and they're going to push him pretty much into the end zone, about the 1 or 2 yard line. They're going to say it's a 4, but a flag came in, as you mentioned, and so that was right in the holding area. So that's probably going to come back.
Yep. We good at holding.
Too good. So it will come back. It's going to be a hold against Ripley.
Against the Tigers. 10 yards from
So that'll take us back out of the sticks.
where it occurred.
So it will take the ball all the way back to the 29-yard line, where Ripley will have it second down and about 20. Maybe a little less than 20, but not much. Well, 23 it says on the scoreboard, so I'm not sure. One of us is looking cockeyed. But Todd has people spotting for him, so he's probably more accurate than I am. Hearn under center, takes a snap, and a flag comes out before we get the play started. Yeah, we're going to get a procedure called, and that's going to back us up 5 more. Well, we're shooting ourselves in the foot tonight.
Yeah, like I was going to say, last week we shot ourselves in the foot a lot.
Illegal procedure on the
Yeah, I don't know, and obviously the coaches don't know either. What it takes to get these guys, to start, playing well at the beginning of the game. They always adjust, the second quarter, especially after halftime. And coach said, he said, you don't know whether to, really give them inspirational talk before the game or just chew on them before the game. That's what we do at halftime, and it seems to work. So he said, but it's hard to chew on them before they've done anything bad. But anyway, Ripley will come to the line, wide out to left, split backfield, Hearn under center. Takes the ball, hands it off to Marjay, coming around the right side, and he's going to be turned, try to get outside, but he doesn't get the edge. So it's going to bring up third down for Ripley, and the ball will be spotted at the 20, about the 27-yard line. So it's going to be third and a long way to go.
Yep. I believe we're in 4-pound territory if we can get down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah. So Hearn comes back in from the sideline with the play. Split backfield, Hearn under center. It's going to be Marjay and Big O. Wide out to the left, wing to the left. Takes a snap, looking to throw. He's looking to throw. He's got a man wide open. He overthrows him. No, he actually, the receiver made a great adjustment to that long ball because he put enough air in it for him to almost run under it. And had he been able to run under it, it would have been a touchdown because he had the defensive back beat, but just overthrows him a hair. Yeah, fourth, and according to the scoreboard, 4th and 24 from the 27. Ripley will send Hurdle out wide to the left, as well as, I think it's Marjay. Ripley will be in shotgun. Big O in the backfield. Takes a good snap. He's under pressure. He's rolling to his right. Needs to get rid of the ball. And he's going to run it himself. He brings it down, and he makes a good run, but he's still well short of the first down. So Ripley will turn the ball over on downs with 10:20 to go, second quarter. Still no score.
To me, that's better than a kick. I mean, you know.
Well, if they punt it in the end zone, it's going to come back out to the 35 anyway.
Yeah.
Or to the 20. So, you know, it's the ball's inside the 20 now. So it's, yeah, you're right. That's 17-yard line. 3 yards better than punting it and going into the end zone. Of course, field goal would have been better than that.
Yeah.
If we had still had Hawkins kicking.
Oh, yeah.
That'd have been a chip shot for him. But there's not many of those that come around. Okay, we've got 3 wide to the right. Quarterback in shotgun. He's the same screen pass. It's complete, but hit immediately and brought down. That was number 2, Smith, on the tackle. He loses about 2 or 3 yards.
Lost a couple, second down,
Oh,
12.
we got a guy that's missing tonight. That's 75, Brown.
Yeah, you're right. He's just dressed out and he's on the sideline. I know that they're doing some, when it's passing, I won't say situations because they pass all the time, but he's better run support, and 17 is so quick that sometimes he can get past an offensive lineman and put some pressure on the quarterback. That was what Coach Cruz mentioned in the coaches show. Time is outside. They must have had to call a timeout because it was only 1 second on the play clock. So we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. 9:35 to go, second quarter. Still no score here at Tiny Knee Stadium. The situation when play resumes, it'll be second down and 12 for Northside at their own 15-yard line.
They have it second down and 12 for the first.
Northside, after that timeout, I would have thought would have went straight up to the ball, but they huddle up first, which is a little odd for me. But they'll break the huddle and send 2 wide to the right, wing to the left, shotgun formation, double wing actually, wing on either side. Puts his left wing in motion, hands the ball to him, going around the right side, and he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. There's a big crowd over there. I couldn't see who actually made the tackle. Did you, Tracy?
Wow, but it looks like you lost some yards.
Yeah, you may be right.
Looks like that front line, too, for the Indians moving.
Loss of a yard on the play, third
So
down.
you're right. He loses a yard. It'll make it 3rd down, 13.
Northside.
Now, we got the ball back last time on 25 and ended up way back behind that. So we just got to quit making mistakes. And, you know, of course, as the coach says, that's part of it when you play with a bunch of sophomores, but, you know, they're the future of your team. 2 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He rolls to his left, wanting to throw. Being chased, he dumps it off in the flat. It's complete. He's out across the 35, the 30, and he picks up a first down on the 3rd and 13. He picks up about 15 yards. We just didn't do a real good job of covering there, and they were enough for them to pass, to be able to pass the ball. And it was just a little dump off, as he was evidently we did a good job covering downfield. He had to kind of go to his relief valve guy, and it wasn't a very long pass, but he made a good run afterwards. So a new set of downs, 8:15 until halftime. 2 wide right. Shotgun. Quarterback is going to throw a little flare pattern, and it goes right through the running back's hands, and it's incomplete. That's one of those deals where he tried to run before he caught the ball.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who that running back is, what number.
I didn't see if it was 3 or 3, maybe the quarterback.
I mean, the quarterback, 13, is
Okay.
34 is Christian Mahomes.
I got a text from Mr. Jimmy Hill. He said he is talking to the mother of Northside's quarterback and said that their coach resigned right before the first game. It was like a week, if that, maybe. So they'll send one wide to either side, wing to the right, shotgun formation for Northside. Take the snap. They hand it to the running back or the wing back. He just about had him in the backfield, but he breaks a couple of tackles and gets out to about the 35-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of around 5, and we'll bring up 3rd and 5. The 3rd and about 6, based on the sticks.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Next Friday night, come out, get black out of here.
I think that's right. Everybody come next Friday night and wear anything you got that's black or black and purple or black and white, but mostly black. 2 wide right or 2 wide to the left. Quarterback takes snap, handed off to his running back, and he's caught in the backfield and brought down by number 7, AT3, number, is that 5? Is that Carney? Yeah.
On that stop.
Yes,
Off the play.
And there was another one in there, couldn't catch his number, but it makes it 4th down and 9.
Yards to go for
Ball
the first.
at the 31-yard line.
You like the quarterback is number 3. I thought it was 13.
I was just going by him going over the sideline talking to the coach. I really hadn't looked at their quarterback's number, but their kicker, the punter, is going to be standing back at his own 16-yard line. Ripley's 2 deep backs will stand in right inside their own 40. And the ball is a bad snap, and we go after it. And, well, that should have been a block in the back. And he picks it up and is going to pick up the first down the far sideline. As the ball hit the ground, the quarterback had to roll, and we had a return on, so we didn't have but one man rushing. And it looked to me like he had a bead on him and kind of got pushed in the back and was able to pick up the first down. So on a busted play on 4th and 9, they pick up about 14 out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, every man's got a man, and they need to punt for the 12 men they got.
And there's no.
Yeah, I'm sure there was probably somebody at least on each side that were supposed to make sure the ball was punted before they went back to get in the return formation, and somebody didn't do that on the far side. They did on the near side. Here's the snap to the quarterback. It's another little swing pass flat, and he gets past the first tackler and gets right out to the first down marker across the 50 at the 49. So it's going to be, looks like a first down for Northside as they're driving with 6:17 to go in the second quarter. If somebody had told me before the game started 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, it wouldn't be a score, I wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it.
But they say it was a pickup of 9, so it'll be the ball spotted right at the 50-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down 1. Our defense has got to tighten up.
Big time.
One wide to either side, wing to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a high snap, comes down with it. He's going to throw a long pass down the far side into double coverage, but he overthrows everybody about 6 or 8 yards, and it falls incomplete, so it'll make it 3rd down 1.
Yeah, he had men on him. He didn't have no choice but to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, he was better off by throwing it out of bounds than he would have been trying to squeeze it in there, because we had the safety over the top coming in to help, and then we had Terrence Hunter, kind of a lockdown corner, was running stride for stride with it. So it falls incomplete. It's 3rd and 1 now. Ball just across the midfield stripe into Tiger territory. They hand the ball to the running back. He's hit in the backfield by number 55. Yeah, he lost about a yard, and that's one of the Simpson boys. That's Logan. Yeah, okay, so he makes a tackle in the backfield for about a yard loss. It'll bring up 4th down and 2. Good defensive play there by Simpson.
Score down and 2.
Yeah, I think he's good.
All right, they're going for it. Hadn't been a, there had been one punt in the game, I think. 2 wide left, wing to the right. High snap, quarterback takes it, flag comes out. And it's going to be against Ripley, it looks like.
Yeah, I think number 70 for the Tigers jumped.
And so we're going to give them that first down. Yep. So we give them the first down. And it'll be first down and 10 for Northside at the Tiger 46-yard line. Northside will break the huddle.
They don't have to do nothing. We're doing it to them. We're going to do it for them.
Big part of it we are, no doubt about that. 2 wide left, wing to the right. Quarterback's just going to run to his left. He's got some room. He's finally brought down by number 20, but right at the first down marker again.
Man is on the
Half a
stop.
yard short.
Yeah, and they're getting pretty good little chunk. No, it's at the first down.
First down.
They get it first.
At
Yeah, so they picked up 10 yards on that play. So they're down to the Tiger 36-yard line.
Left in this half.
2 wide left, wing right. Shotgun. Quarterback takes a snap. He's just going to run it again to his left and brought down in the backfield. This time in a great open field tackle made by number 17. Octavius Thomas is the coaches, and I guess his teammates call him Hot. That's a sophomore, I believe.
Number 17.
Yeah, no, he's a senior.
It'll be 13 yards.
5'10", 195 pounds.
Second down.
Good to see a senior out there making plays.
Yep.
So he loses 3. It'll be second down 13. Ball at the Tiger 39-yard line.
I'm sure the coach will have something to say going in halftime.
I'm sure they will. Might be able to hear it out here.
Yeah.
We got 7, 6, 5, 4 seconds left. They do. And they may or may not get it out. They do. Quarterback rolls to his right. He's looking to throw. And picked off, or almost picked off. I think the ball ends
Pass
up on the
nearly
ground.
caught, nearly intercepted and falls to the ground.
And it does fall complete. We almost caught it. They almost caught it. And then it hit the ground. So it'll bring up 3rd and 13 now. And we are under a delay. So if you're just tuning in, we're running about an hour behind where we should be at this point in the game.
Third
Should be
down.
probably the end of the third
13.
quarter, I
Yeah,
guess.
I would say you're about right.
39-yard line.
Wide outs to either side. Wing to the right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his running back. And he's hit right at the line of scrimmage by number 5, Taylor Carney, and number 7, AT3. As they bring him down after a short gain, if any. He might have picked up a yard. It's going to make it 4th and 12 with 3:25 to go until halftime. Ripley will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah. We get this ball, we need to score.
Yeah, hopefully we can get it back, and it's going to be 4th and 12. They're going to punt, so we'll have a few minutes to work, and Ripley's going to take a timeout,
Tigers.
and that will give us an opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers stay at home next week for the Achi River rivalry, Covington versus Ripley, 7 p.m. Tiny
Actually, wanted to go over our cheerleaders. Cheerleaders for this year, the captains are Kaylin Green and Lee Hutchins. Also cheerleaders are Kaylee McNeil, Selena Conrad, Meg Coker, Kaylee Etheridge, Marley Heath, Reese White, Aisha Body, Rhett White, Laney Woodard, Linda Burham, Cheyenne Fitzhugh, Julia Manley, and Callie Pittman. The coaches are Ginger Hearn and Bailey Ring. So they do a great job and appreciate all they do. Northside comes back out after the break, and it'll be 4th down and 12 at the Tiger 38-yard line as their punter stands back just across the 50. We had them back here about 30, 40 yards back, and on a broken play, they were able to get the ball there. There's a penalty that's going to be
Flag
against,
stops
a
play.
procedure penalty against Northside. That's going to back them up 5 and make it 4th down and 17.
Union City 28, TCA
Down remains 4.
19.
Distance goes to
Also give a
7.
shout out to Amanda at the station, doing a great job running the board. And a big thank you to Steve Vickery and Tiger TV as they bring you all the action every Friday night. We are ready for the punt. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. And he does get it off, but it's high, not real long. So we're just trying to get away from it. Boy, it takes a whale of a Ripley bounce, of a Northside bounce. It hit it about the 25-yard line and rolled down inside the 5.
Northern bounce.
Got to give a shout out to the Lauderdale County Superintendent, Sean Kimball. He actually called and I missed his call, but he left a message and said he appreciated the ball games being on WTRB and Tiger TV, that whether he's here or at the Ripley game or somewhere in between, he's always able to keep up and see what Ripley's doing through either one of those sources, and appreciate him listening to us. All right, it'll be 1st down and 10. The ball's at the 5-yard line. Ripley backed up in the shadow of the goal post. It'll be 1st and 10. And they're going to hand the ball to Big O going off the left side. Had a nice hold off left tackle. He's still on his feet as he crosses the 20. And that it will be a Farm Bureau Ripley Tiger 1st down.
Brings the ball past the
He had
20.
a great run by Pitts. Looked like I thought it was a face mask as he was going down on the north side.
Let's see, the ball is going to be at the 23-yard
At
line.
the 22-yard line.
That's about a 17-yard, 18-yard pickup.
Another Avera Group 1st down.
Ripley sends one wide to the left. Wing to the left. Harn under center. Takes a snap. They hand it off to Barbie going off left side. Now he breaks it outside. He's got some room down the far sideline and breaks a couple of tackles. Gets another 1st down as he gets out across the 35-yard line, where it will be a Ripley Tiger Farm Bureau 1st down.
And a 1st down, Tigers.
So Ripley's got 2 minutes and 17 seconds to work with here in this last few minutes of the 2nd quarter. Right at the 2-minute mark. Wide out to the left. Wing to the left. Harn under center. Takes a snap. There's a tall sweep coming this way with Big O. He's tripped up in the backfield and the flag comes out too. And I hope that's not a hold on us. Sure it came in from that area where you would expect a hold. 151 on the clock as the play stops. Oh, they wave it off, so no penalty. But he loses about 4 yards on that play. It'll make it 2nd down 14.
2nd down 14.
Skipping County 0.
Hearn comes back in with the play with 1:45 on the clock until halftime. Wide out to the left. Barbie and Pitts in the backfield. Hearn under center. Wing to the right. Takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left. Quarterback's just going to keep it himself. He's trying to get flag, comes in, and looks like, I don't know if Ripley fumbled. I'm not sure what happened. A lot of excitement on the far sideline, but a flag came out.
I know John's come up with it.
Yeah, he is limping a little bit. We don't need him
Face
hurt.
mask, Ripley.
Wow. How do you face mask on offense? Usually that happens when you're trying to make a tackle.
For a hold.
Oh, he didn't hold that. I mean, that might have been a hold.
That'd make more sense, but either way, it's not good because it's against Ripley. All right, we're down to 1 minute and 22 seconds where the clock has stopped. And I think we're waiting on them to blow it into play. Now they finally mark it off. So the ball will be back at the 21-yard line. It will be 2nd down and around 24, 21. Long way. Wide out to the right. Turn under center. Split backfield. Barbie and Pitts. Ripley takes a snap. He throws it out to Thomason. He completes it and stays on his feet, but he's going to be, hopefully, get him out of bounds, and they do. That'll stop the clock with a minute and 10-9 still running, so maybe they blew it dead before he got out of bounds. I think Ripley just probably now going to try to get to halftime and see what we can do to start the second half off the we'll get the ball, because it's going to be third down and around 20. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Third down and 19 to go.
45 seconds until halftime. No score. Wide right, wing left. And there's going to be a stoppage of play by the referee. Not sure if it must be something with the clock, because he's talking to the official timekeeper on the sideline, but nothing changed. So here we go. Hearn takes a snap. He hands it off to Marjay, trying to get outside on the left. He runs into a lot of traffic and brought down maybe at the line of scrimmage. So with 24 seconds to go, that probably, no, there's a timeout by Northside, so we'll hold it here with 24 seconds to go until halftime. If they hadn't called the timeout, I feel sure, because it'll be fourth down and 18. We could have just ran it down and not had to punt the ball, but obviously they want us to punt the ball and see if they can get a run back or something, and they still have time for a couple of plays. Smart on their part, but I know our coaches would have liked for it to have just ran out.
Mumford 8, Dyersburg 0 at halftime.
That's surprising. Thought it would be pretty much lopsided in Mumford's favor.
I'm sure it will be.
All right, we've got Hearn in to punt the ball away for the Tigers. .24 seconds on the clock until halftime, no score. Ripley in fourth down, 18 situation. Gets a good snap, rolls to his right, punts the ball away, gets a nice end-over-end kick. It's taken at the 41, coming down, ooh, and a hard hit on the sideline. And I think Marjay and 17, Oct. I think Oct was the one who knocked him out of bounds. So it's 15 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure how many timeouts that Northside has, but they'll have 15 seconds to see what they can do with it, and they'll have the ball first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Ball's marked at the 48.
Well, whenever we come out in the second half, score back.
Well, you know, we're almost a tale of two halves, seems like. You know, especially the last couple of games, we just, even the last three games, we just haven't played. We just don't start off on fire. We have to kind of build into it, but fortunately we don't have, you know, a big hill to overcome and score. We hadn't let them score. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback wants to throw. Flag comes out. It's a procedure called against Northside, so that'll back them up from the 49 to the 45. No time goes off the clock. It'll still be first and 15 now.
Let's been on number 13 for the Indians, because every time we get the ref, I talked to the floor, he was a senior, I believe.
He may have lined up offsides, lined up in the neutral zone. All right, still 15 seconds on the clock. Wide out, one to each side, wing to the right, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Put some pressure on him. That's Thomas. That's Ock, and he's going to run into number 7 and number 5 and number 52 as they bring him down with 4 seconds and 1 and 0. So at the end of one half of football here at Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, and Don Paris Press Box, no score. Stay tuned. We've got about a 20-minute halftime, and we'll be back to bring you the second half of Ripley versus Jackson Northside. Stay tuned. back here at Tiny Knee Stadium as we get ready for the second half. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes before the second half will start. Ripley is out on the field stretching, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Northside coming back onto the field now. And I think, Tracy, don't you have us some updates?
Yeah, man. Scott County 21, bottom of 0. Haywood County 42, Lexington 21. I believe it's Grayson 56 to nothing over Gibson County. Union City 49 to 19 over TCA in the fourth quarter. And Covington 49 to 6 over Brighton. So they're over with there.
Oh, it's done. Okay. What about Halls? They updated theirs yet?
No, it was still 14 to 6 when I looked earlier. There's no score on Millington or Fayette Academy. Huntington 26, Decatur County Riverside 7. Halls 13 to 6 over First Assembly Christian. Mumford 37, Dyersburg 7.
And that's the final.
That is a final.
So those are your scores from around West Tennessee, as we have them so far.
Well, and Henry County gets beat by Brentwood 14 to 12.
Wow, that would have been a game.
Oh, a great game. But I still don't have a score on Curve and Nancyville yet, but we'll get that in as
soon as it comes in.
Yeah, as soon as it comes in, we'll give it to y'all.
Our coaches for the Ripley High School team are mostly coaches and managers. And can't leave those guys out. They are a very important part of the program. And our cheerleaders again this year: Green, Lee Hutchins,
Mark and Austin, they do a great job.
Marley Heath,
And we thank you for
Reese White,
your service.
and Kate Archer, Bailey Green.
Let me say this about the 1255 Dry Hill Road. Henson, the Bishop Henson family money for St. Jude. If you never or read the prayer book, it'll really make you cry.
Oh, that's a man. We those are all organizations to donate to.
Receiving.
Football stadium.
Tiger fans, are you ready for some
Press
more?
box. Half is going to be taken at about 14, across 15 to 20 to 25 to 30 to 35 to 40, 35, and push. Right. See who that was.
On the return,
Another
inside.
sophomore, I believe.
Yep, he's a sophomore.
As a matter
Let's see what kind of a halftime. Good snap, and hand it off to Pitts, going right up the gut. He might have.
yes, on the carry.
It'll be second. At 50, it'll be third down 9. 3 wide. Hits in the backfield. And then shotgun. On the opposite side, gets across the 50 and still dragging people. The minus gain of a couple is going to make it fourth down to around 7 for the Tigers.
Tigers going to punt this.
So it'll be punting. Great return. And then we only picked up about 3 or 4 here. And a good punt. It's going to get a good roll. 5 yards. So the Tigers have the Indians pinned back at their own 5.
Jackson Northside Indians will have it
They're
first
bringing
down.
in number 75 now. They're bringing him in the second half.
Bring him in and stop up that middle.
Let's see, that is
That's Brown.
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 getting that ball out. 2 points and get the ball back. Shotgun, 2 wide, to both sides. High snap, but he quarterback comes down with it and makes a pretty decent gain out of it. Ran out of bounds across the 10, or at the 10. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like it'll be right. Still a 5-yard pickup. There seems like some of their best players. So it'll bring up second down and 5. 9:32.
Ground line tackle.
Third's got to be a third. Yeah, the guy who's got the yard marker over there, he hadn't changed. To the 16-yard line. Third quarter, no score. They've got to put a hat on the ball. Make them put it on the ground, too wide to the left, wing to the right. Quarterback's going to hand it to his running back, and he runs into a crowd after a short gain.
He ran 15 yards to get to me.
Yeah, he started from his left and came back in front of the quarterback and was able to take the hand off and cut it back up. And they say it's about a yard gain, so it'll be second down 9, 7:50 on the third quarter clock.
Well, we've definitely not playing our best defense tonight so far, in my opinion.
Defense or offense.
Yeah.
It's back good now.
So with 7:33 on the clock, it's second down 9 for Northside. Too wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He's just going to run it to his left. And, oh, great open field tackle there made by, I believe that was number 20. His helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out for a play. But a great stop by Kobe Manning. The ball is going to be, looks like spotted about the 22-yard line. So it'll bring up third down and still about 9. Under the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter. They break the huddle. Send 2 wide to the right. 3 wide outs now. The quarterback's going to throw a little screen pass out there.
He dropped it.
Yep, incomplete. I'll tell you one thing, that because they ran that play several times, they have some really wide outs. They've got 3 out there, and one of them steps back and catches the ball. The other 2 block for them. They've been doing a good job of blocking.
Yeah, they have.
But it does bring up fourth down and 9, so Ripley will send their punt receiving team in.
Can't tell who that is.
22. 22 is Terrence Hunter.
Oh, he's a Hunter?
Yeah, 11 is Harden J.Q. Harden. We need to make sure that if it's a bad snap, now we come after it. And he punts it high, and a decent punt, not real long, but it bounces out of bounds at around the midfield stripe, where Ripley won't get the ball back. They say at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line of the Tigers.
First and 10, Ripley from their own 49, 6:30 to go in the third.
Beginning at the
No score.
49-yard line.
Well, we need to score.
First
No,
down.
I mean, I don't care if we get 3. Let's score something.
Yeah, you can win if you get 2 points, but you can't win if you don't get 0.
That's right.
If that's all you get is 0. You can tie, but you can't. 3 wide to the left for Ripley. Shotgun formation for Hearn. Pitts in the backfield. They hand the ball to Pitts, trying to get outside. He turns it back in. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and pushed out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It'll be a ball bureau. Ripley Tiger, first down.
We got to play it hurt.
Yeah, we do. I'm hoping it looks the way he's laying, maybe a cramp.
To about the 37-yard line.
Can't tell for sure.
Make that the
That's what I hope.
38.
You can give Pitts a couple blocks, and he's gone.
Yeah, he's got to get his wheels going, get a little momentum going, but once he does that, he's hard to stop, and it is a cramp. They're stretching it out.
I know we had a short week this week as far as practice on kind of Labor Day. I guess we did. But we can't come out like this against Covington or against Union City or any of the teams like that. Well, you can't come out and like that against any team.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't do that and be able to win, although I hope we do. And they're still stretching him out. It won't take him but a second to get him back on his feet. So Ripley takes a break as they hop up, and that's number 22, Terrence Hunter. I'm not sure who that is, but somebody just picked him up and carried him off there. I mean, he got him picked up and all the way up to his chin.
I know him, but I can't tell his name.
And I tell you what, that's a stout fellow right there. I think he must be one of the managers. And I told you, those guys are a part of everything. I mean, he just picked him up and carried him across the field like he was a loaf of bread, maybe. So Ripley comes back to the line. Being shotgun. Hearn will have Pitts standing to his left. Hurdle split wide left. RJ wing. They hand the ball to Pitts again, coming to the near side. Breaks a tackle, runs over somebody else, breaks another tackle.
Pitts around the right side
For about a 7-yard gain.
to the 31-yard line.
I imagine he's gonna be the running man from here on out. I mean, tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be the workhorse.
Second down,
As
3.
you mentioned, we still gotta give him a couple of blocks and let him get a head of steam built up. So we do 2nd and 7, 2nd and 3, 7 on the pickup.
Bringing number 16 in to give Pitts a break.
So Ripley will send 3 wide to the left. It's gonna be Mainers, Barbie, and I want to say Hurt, and they hand the ball to number 16 this time, trying to get outside, and he gets the first down.
Curry carries it up, turns it up as a late flag after the first of the play.
And a flag on the play.
Sure it is.
And let's see, it looks like it's going to be against Ripley, maybe a procedure penalty. I have not seen the indication from the referee, but Ripley's backing up. We take a step forward and 2 steps backwards.
No, it's against
Oh, wow.
Lexington, looks like.
Lexington, Northside.
Northside.
All right, let's see if we can get a clarification on this. The referee, it looks like it's going to be against Ripley. At least he's standing like he's going to walk it off against Ripley. Personal foul, Ripley.
Personal foul against the Tigers. It's first down.
I just about believe it. I'm gonna say
From
this.
the 42
I don't believe
yard
there's no referees in the state of Tennessee that last Ripley.
I'm telling you.
Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do something wrong, but my goodness.
So that will make it,
2nd down and 10.
well, that's, they moved the sticks as well as the yard marker, so it looks like it's going to be, from what we see on the field, it's 2nd down and 10. But they're calling Ripley come back, not get up to the line yet. So some of the people in the press box are saying it should be 1st and 10. So the convicts are having a discussion about it. And it's 2nd down and 10. Now they move it back to 1st. Ball backed up at the 42-yard line. Ripley in Bolivar territory.
Bolivar.
I mean, north side. 5:19 on the clock. Ripley up to the line. Quarterback under center. Split backfield. Wide out and wing to the left. And we jump.
Yeah, it was Pitts jumped.
Yeah, he took half a step. And so that'll back us up 5 yards. It'll make it
5
first down
yards
15
back.
now,
Remains first down.
as it backs us up to the 47-yard line. We just can't seem to get everything together. Comes to the sideline, gets the play call from Coach Stigall. 5 minutes exactly to go, 3rd quarter, still no score. Arnold will be under center. Only 4 seconds left on the play clock. You're gonna have to go quick. 1-0. We didn't get it off.
I'll call a timeout.
Okay. Coach Stigall was standing there there beside the referee, and he was watching the clock. When it got to 1 second, he called timeout. And he's having a couple of words with a couple of players out there. You know, you don't want to burn those timeouts because you may need them at the end of the game.
Crew's getting on them too.
I didn't understand that.
We've actually got, yeah, they've got about 4 coaches out there talking to them. Still got a little animated. Maybe that's what they need to hear.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been the worst game we played so far on defense and offense.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that point.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, I appreciate that.
Matter of fact, I agree with you. We just haven't played well at all, period. I mean, we've had a couple of good plays, but for every one good play we've had penalties and high snaps, and we hadn't capitalized on the opportunities when we've had the ball. We had the ball at the, I think, 25-yard line. One time, first down, we ended up punting the ball away.
Well, we even had down on 10-yard line, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. So Ripley will be at the line, first down 15 from their own or at the 47-yard line north side. Split backfield. Man in motion. And the hand the ball, no, he fakes the handoff, he's throwing long down the field. We've got 2 people there, and all those, and as a pass, that's pass interference. Flag comes out down the field. We had 2 receivers, they had 1 defender. It was kind of tipped and batted up in the air, and both teams had an opportunity for it, but it falls incomplete, and it's going to be pass interference against Northside. So that should move us. If it's
spot foul, isn't it?
No, I think it's going to be from the line of scrimmage. We'll find out. The ball will be at the 33-yard line if it's from the line of scrimmage. If it is a spot foul, it'll be down inside the 20. But we'll find out for sure. But it looks like he's going to be standing there with the ball at the line of scrimmage, so it looks like he's going to mark it off from there. Pass interference.
Defense, pass interference. 15-yard walk-off.
That should be a first down. Yeah, that is. So it's a Farm Bureau Ripley Tiger first down. Thanks to all the people out at Farm Bureau for supporting the Ripley High School Tigers. Ripley hustles up to the line. Quarterback under center, split backfield.
What happened now?
Northside calls it a timeout because we broke the huddle and just sprinted up to the line, and they were still trying to get set. We were about to call a play or run a play, and they weren't prepared, so they called a timeout so they could get situated for it. And so that stops the clock at 4:41 to go in the third. The score remains 0-0. When play resumes, it'll be first down and 10 for Ripley at the north side 33-yard line. We know that Northside has struggled this year, and if we're going to have a bad game, this is the one to have it in, I guess. They know what they got to work on next week.
Yeah, finals, Redden 63, Gibson County nothing. Milan 49, Liberty 0, final. McKenzie 49 to 14 over O'Brien County, that's a final. Scott Hill 26, Gleason 6. Waverly 50, McNary Central 14.
Ripley up to the line. Split backfield, that's going to be Bardee and Pitts. Arm will be under center. Wing to the left. Arm takes a snap. Hands it to Barbie going off the left side. He breaks a couple of tackles as he gets across the 30 and down to around the 27-yard line. So it should be a pickup of around 6 and make it second down 4. 4:20 on the clock, still no score. Ripley with the ball.
Second down 5. Ball rested at the 27-yard line of the inning.
Ripley will break the huddle. They'll send one wide to the left. Split backfield. Arn under center. Takes the snap and hands it to big old Pitts. Trying to get outside, and he's brought down from behind. Number 72 catches him about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pitts pounds on the ground, he just, somebody, I didn't, be interesting to go back, like, most of us do, a lot of us that really like to break down football and see who's letting people by.
Yeah. Because I think he's more mad at not having the blockers out front than he is of not getting the yards.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they grab you around the legs, especially if they get both of them, not much you can do. So Ripley will be in a 3rd and 8 situation. 3 wide to the left. Shotgun formation. And the quarterback's going to take it himself as he goes around the right, really a broken play. As he picks up some hard yardage around the right side, not enough for a first down. I don't think, actually our players are saying it's the first down. Let's see what the referee say. No, they say it's going to be 2 yards short and it'll be 4th down and 2. I actually think that was supposed to go to Pitts, and for some reason or other that connection wasn't made, and so Hearn did the smart thing and just pulled it down and ran it. Nice game.
Yeah.
4th and 2, Ripley goes for it in the 3rd quarter. No score. Hearn's a tall sweep going to Pitts on the right side of the field. He gets caught behind the line of scrimmage again.
That's just poor blocking on the Tigers.
Yeah,
I mean, that's all you can say about it. Just poor blocking.
Carrier stop.
Yeah, I mean,
And the ball goes
the
over.
line.
Jackson Northside will take over first down.
Yeah, that's just pitiful.
So Ripley turns the ball over on downs with 2:44 to go in the 3rd, still no score. The longer you let a team like Northside hang around, you know, the more confidence they build up. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line for Northside, 2:44 on the clock. They'll send wide outs to either side, wing to the right, shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap, looking to throw, got a man coming out in the middle of the field, and he's wanting to throw, and he throws over the middle of the field. They must have overthrown his intended receiver because he's out in the middle of nowhere, and it'll bring 2nd and 10 up.
Broken up by Thomas.
2:39 on the clock, 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10 for Northside. They'll send 2 wide to the left. Takes a snap and he pulls it back out himself and runs into several Ripley Tigers to bring him down after a short gain, any game.
Look, yeah, he's hurt.
No game.
Well, yeah, he's getting up slow. That means that 3rd down.
Looks like 3rd down and 10.
Well, I'll give my hats off to the defense for the Tigers. They have done their job tonight.
Yeah, they've kept them out of the end zone. Coach Lowry's group is doing well tonight. He's the defensive coordinator. And Coach Stigall trying to get his offense going. And there's going to be a timeout by Northside, so we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. 1:51 to go in the 3rd, no score.
I have a score update. Hawks 28, FACS 6. That's a final.
Outstanding. Congratulations to Coach Curtis and the group up there.
And Lexington gave, looked like Haywood a pretty good game. 42-28 final.
Not bad against Haywood. 3rd and 10. Quarterback wants to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run it himself. And he tries to dump it off because he saw he was about to get smothered there by the Ripley Tiger defense. And that falls incomplete, so it'll bring up 4th and 10 now from their own 29-yard line for Northside.
I mean, you know, games like this happen. It's just like last night when Buffalo Bills beat the Rams 31-10, you know. I was actually expecting the Rams to beat Buffalo. But you're going to have games like it, like you said, it's better to get it out now, Mike, than
Especially when you're young.
yeah.
So Ripley return to punt.
Kentucky, they'll be somewhere close to 10, and that'll be a heck of a matchup. Yeah, it's 2 weeks away.
Here's a snap. Punts away. Not very long, but very high. And it takes another bounce for Northside. It rolls across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. So Ripley still has good field position, so they go back to work on offense with 1:32 left until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we need to dial up something crazy here.
Absolutely.
Get this thing in the end zone.
We're ready for a back Tennessee touchdown.
Now, I believe, now, don't be wrong, this is about the biggest team we've faced so far this year. Well, Auburn last week was a good size.
First down.
This is a good size here.
Wide out to the right, turned under center, wing to the right. Split backfield. They hand it off to the run back. It's a halfback pass. He's got a man wide open. It's Terrence Hunter. He's covered at the 30, the 20, the 10, and tripped up. Shoestring tackle inside the 10. It'll be first and goal for Ripley. They're going to say it's at about the 11.
Manders on the catch and go.
And let's see, he's injured.
Yeah, he's hurt. His feet got tangled and he went down.
Inside the 10-yard line.
And that's Terrence Hunter, the senior.
That was a great play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good call, halfback pass. And we don't need to lose Hunter. He's not putting any weight on his left leg. Not sure if it's his ankle, maybe. It kind of looks like it from here. But Ripley will have the ball first and either goal or 10. It's going to be first and goal from first and 10 from the 11.
And he not tripped, he had it.
Yeah. Well, I actually thought the defender got a hand in there and kind of tripped him up. But I'll have to watch the replay to see that. Split backfield. We got some momentum. Let's keep it going. Ball goes to Pitts. He's hitting the backfield again, stays on his feet, and picks up a couple of yards. And he did that on his own. He didn't have much help. He had people on him just about from the time he touched the ball. So he picks up a couple. It'll be second down and 8. Ball should be and is at the 9-yard line.
He keeps running downhill, on which, I mean, he's running downhill. He just don't have no blockers out front to block for him.
Absolutely. This time they got Pitts lined up as an H-back. And they hand the ball to Marjay. He's trying to get outside. He tries to cut it back inside. And he breaks a couple of tackles. It looks like he's got the first down. And he did a good job of picking his way through there. That will be a, make sure. No, they're going to say he's about a half-yard short. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for Ripley with 12 seconds to go in this quarter. I'm not sure we'll get another play off. 6, no, we won't get another play off. So at the end of 3 here at Tiny Knee Stadium, the score remains 0-0. Jackson Northside and the Ripley Tigers will take a 30-second timeout and be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this. We are just about ready for 4th quarter.
All right, Mr. Gray, you need to score out here. Yes, we did. We just did we scored here. I'm just going
So Ripley will have the ball. It'll be 3rd down and 1. The ball will be on the 2-yard line to start this 4th and final quarter. No score.
Where is the ball?
On the 2-yard line.
We know, and they know who's going to get this ball.
And could be a quarterback sneak.
From 2 yards out?
All he needs is 1 to get a first down.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
So we are just waiting for the referee to blow it into play.
41 straight up.
And there he goes. Ripley runs up to the line again, hustles up to the line. Gonna try to snap the ball quick, split backfield, quarterback under center. They're gonna take the ball, they do have to big hits, and he goes in.
Touchdown!
So the Ripley Tigers first blood with 11:58 to go in the 4th quarter and go up by the score of 6-0. And that is a Bank Tennessee or Ripley Tiger touchdown, $25 donated to the Ripley football program for every touchdown scored this year. Big thank you to Jimmy Weaver and the bunch down there. Here's the hold, the kick up, and it is good by Henderson.
No good.
No good. Wow. Well, I tell you, I guess my eyes are not as good as I think they are. I thought it went through, but it didn't. So the score remains 6-0, and Ripley will kick the ball off with 2 seconds gone in the 4th quarter. Ripley does finally get on the board.
Yeah, I thought it went through too, but it must have hung to the left.
Must have, because if it had been if it had been to the right, you know, we could see the break in the ball, but it runs this side. It's hard to tell, especially from this angle. So Ripley's going to kick off as soon as play resumes. Ripley on top, 6-0. Haven't been able to see it. Hunter is back on his feet. Terrence Hunter. Looking for him down there. Don't see him, but I do see the trainer, and he's not working on anybody, so hopefully he's okay. Again, a good crowd here tonight, and I love the student body section out here.
Oh, I do too, and we need them, the whole school next week.
Absolutely, and you know, we'd love to have them at the away games too.
Yes.
Hendricks.
So Hendricks will be kicking from the far hash mark with 11:58 on the clock.
Ash. Sets the ball on the 40-yard line.
Two stand back deep for the Indians. One at the 10, one at about the 17.
As Bond is deep.
And another one on the other side of the field, about the 17 as well. Henry's got a great kickoff earlier. This time it's like kind of that side one, and it's taken at the 30, across the 35, and it hit and brought down a hard hit by number 16 for the Tigers at the 40-yard line.
That's that senior, I believe, isn't it?
No, the senior's 17. 16
Curry.
is a sophomore. That's TC. Carry on Curry.
I'll tell you one thing I like about these sophomores. They don't care how big you are, they gonna hit you.
They're sticky. All right, so first down and 10. Nose of the ball will rest just shy of the 40-yard line for Northside. They trail 6-0 with 11:55 to go in this fourth and final quarter. They'll send 2 wide to 3 wide to the left. Wing to the right, empty backfield, shotgun. Wants to throw, he's looking for that screen pass out there, and he completes it, and has a pretty decent gain out to around across the 45 to around the 47
Sammy Smith on
yard
the
line.
stop.
So that's about a 7-yard pickup.
7-yard gain, second down.
It will be 2nd and 3.
We need to get this ball back and
Absolutely, we don't need to let them get a first down. We need to shut them down. 3 wide to the left, wing to the right, empty backfield, shotgun formation. Quarterback looking again for that same play, and almost picked up. And you know, he had been baiting him up for that. That was number 20, Kobe Mainers, and he was just kind of, he baited him. He stood back and gave him a little room. When the ball was in the air, he took off running and wasn't able to come down with it. But had he did, it'd have been 6 all over.
oh yeah. Matter of fact, I thought Kobe had it, but he just the ball must have been just a little bit too high for him.
It was something. I mean, he made contact with it, but didn't come down with it. But had he came down with it, it would have been 6 in the books, because he was moving when he caught it, 'cause he had about a 4 or 5 yard head start. 2 wide to the right. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it to the running back. Quarterback keeps it himself, and they just corral him at the line of scrimmage. If he got there, I don't know if he got to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be 4th down, and it looks like 3 for Northside. And let's see, we'd love to get a stoppage on downs here.
Yeah. But we gotta keep an eye on that quarterback, because he is. I mean, there's good athletes on that Northside team.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Bolivar last week had some good athletes.
Oh, man.
I mean, they were athletic. All right, it'll be 4th and a long 3 for Bolivar. Just don't jump off sides and give it to them. 2 wide left, wing to the right, shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He's just going to run it this time, going to the left, and he gets the first down. And he goes down the far sideline across the 50 to about the 40-yard line before he finally brought down a flag on the play, and it's in the backfield. So it should be coming back, either a hold or a block in the back or something along those lines, but it does come back. I was trying to see, yeah, that was Terrence Hunter. He'd back out. He's the one that made the tackle, and it's a hold. And so that'll back them up again. They'll still be fourth down now, but they're going to be way behind the
Holding
stick.
infraction.
So I would guess that
3
they'll punt
yards
the ball.
from the spot of that foul. Down
But I don't see any
remains
personnel
4.
changes.
Distance goes to about
So maybe not.
14.
No, they have to go for it on bench.
14.
Because time running out, 10 minutes.
So they are going for it. They'll send 3 wide to the right. Empty backfield for the quarterback. In shotgun. Takes a snap. Looks dropping straight back, wanting to throw. Being chased out of the pocket. And he's going to get down across the 40, showing the first down. Taylor Thornby and Kobe Maynard, along with
The ball goes over.
Smith and one of the Simpson boys was in that tackle.
At
So
the
Ripley does get the ball.
43-yard line.
Northside turns it over on downs.
Great stand by the Ripley Tiger defense.
Good job. And we actually got a break on that one because they had the first down until that holding penalty called it back. So that was one of the times that penalty went our way.
Yeah, we need to get another one in the end zone.
Kobe Maynard comes in late. He'll be wing on the right side. Actually got double wing on the right side. Shotgun formation. And they hand the ball to number 16 again. He cuts in the middle and he cuts across the field and has a great run as he dropped down at about the 36-yard
On the
line.
carry.
So that's going to be about
Just
a
off the left side and straight up the middle
about
to
a
the
7-yard.
36-yard line.
At a seven,
With a second
about a
down
7-yard pickup. It'll be
and
second down
4.
and 3.
Yeah, that was Aaron Cole, senior for the Indians. Had he not stopped, number 16, he was gone.
Yeah, he really got good vision. He really picks his way through the defense. Tigers have 1 wide to the left. They're going to hand the ball to number 16 again, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. He's going to be stopped before he gets to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 3 yards. So it's going to make it third down at around 6 now. There's nowhere to go. He tried to get the edge, and they just strung it out and did a good job of taking away that corner and couldn't get turned up. So the ball will be at the 39-yard line, where it'll be third and 6 for the Ripley Tigers. It's 9 minutes exactly to go in the ball game. Ripley up only 6-0. 3 wide left. Shotgun. Hand it to Pitts. He starts to his right, cuts back to his left. And brought down at pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
That was number 22 for the Indians. That was Justice Simmons, junior.
So
Great tackle.
brings up 4th down. Looks like Ripley's going to punt it away. Going to try to pin them deep.
4th down 6.
Yeah, I'm glad Hunter probably got that.
Yeah, he'd be a big loss. So Hearn will stand just about the 50-yard line, near hash mark, to punt it away. Because he'll roll to his right. He punts it away, gets a really nice punt. And it hits and pounces down inside the 5. And the Tigers do a really good job of pinning them deep.
Had he ran again, I believe he got the first down or more.
Yeah, you can see when he runs around there, when he's got that much time, he looks down the field and then, has to make a split-second decision. And but either way, great punt.
Yes, it was.
Gets the ball down. It says, according to the scoreboard, the ball's at the 1-yard line. So now would be a great time for a safety.
Yeah.
Get 2 points and then get the ball back. That would be a nice chain of events to happen. With 7:57 to go in the ball game, Ripley only up 6-0. Northside Indians with the ball, first down and 10 from their own 1. They'll send 2 wide to the left, which is the short side of the field. High snap, quarterback gets it down, hands it to his running back going off the right side. He breaks a couple of tackles and fights for a couple more yards. At this angle, I really can't tell exactly.
Looks like he's on the 3-yard line, Mike.
Gain
From here. Here.
Small game,
Well, I'm
second
just
down.
waiting for the yard marker to be moved. And there we go. And it looks like he moves it up
Second down.
about 2 yards.
8.
So that should be the 3-yard line, but it says the 4th on the scoreboard. And you can't argue with the chairman of the board.
No, can't argue with him.
Can't argue with Todd, chairman of the board.
You can look a little pass here.
7:15 to go in the ball game. 3 wide right. Quarterback's just going to run it himself, going to the left side, and he's wrapped up pretty quick, and the flag comes out, and that is in the area where it should be a hole, so it could be a face
There is
mask,
a flag.
and just went into the crowd. And let's see what the indication is from the white hat. Still waiting for that signal. Hold. So the ball said it ended up on the 8-yard line, but it started at the 4, so that should back them up to Stu. Half the distance. So let's see.
So he gained 2 yards.
Well, they back them up, and so the ball is going to be. Well,
it's back on the 2 or 1?
back on the, it looks like it's inside where it originally started, so if it started at the 2, it should be at the 1, but it showed, the scoreboard did, it started at the 1.
Placed at
So
about the 2-yard line. It's second
it
down.
really looks like the yard marker over there on the far side, the chain is on the 3. Either way, it's second down and 11. 2 wide to the right. Quarterback starts to his left, or hands it off, I couldn't tell in the crowd, it's short game for the Indians.
Don't look at me like you got no game.
Yeah.
And I'm getting my information because of the referee on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Okay,
watch.
Yeah.
play
And it looks like,
third
it
down.
does look like 3rd and 11, doesn't look like he moved it. Now he moves it, and so it's 3rd and 10. So based on that, half a yard, maybe a yard gain, but it's 3rd down and 10 with 6 minutes to go in this ball game. Ripley has them back deep, but holding on to a 6-0 lead with a missed extra point. 2 wide to the left, short side of the field. Quarterback has a bad snap and gets in the end zone, and that is a safety. So we tackle him, or we don't tackle him. He falls on the ball in the end zone, and that should be a 2-point safety for the Ripley Tigers. But I haven't seen it play
Waiting for
yet.
the indication.
Now it is, okay. So that gives Ripley 2 points and makes the score 8-0.
The safety is declared on the play.
It's always great to get points, but we get the ball
That
back.
makes the score.
And they'll have to
Tigers
be
8.
kicking or punting from their own 20. So Ripley should have the ball in good field position.
Next Friday night here at Tiny Knee Stadium, the Chargers comes taking on the Tigers. They're the number 1 team in our region right now.
Number 3 in the state.
Number 3 in the state. And we better come out and play like we're the number 1 team in the state. Here comes by my second cousin, J.R. Kirby.
But we'll try not to hold that against him.
No, don't do that. We don't need to play conservative ball. We need to try to get the ball in the end zone.
So 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the ball game. Ripley on top 8-0 as we get ready for Northside to kick the ball away. And I guess they kick it from their own 20. And you've got the option whether you want to kick it or punt it. Looks like they're going to kick it. And they set the tee up in the middle of the field. Back deep for Ripley is going to be Hunter and 2200 and number 16, which is TC, Cherry Island Curry. Sophomore and senior back there, they both stand at their own 40-yard line.
You know the coach must have a lot of confidence in these sophomores to have them out there playing like he did.
Absolutely, you know, I've heard other people ask him about why this one or that one playing. He said, look, if you think if I had anybody any better, they'd be out there. He said, I'm playing my good guy. Best of ones we got. Here's a kick, and it takes him all the way back to the 31-yard line. He crosses the 35 to 40, goes to the far side of the field, crosses the 45, and brought down right at the midfield stripe. So Ripley back in good field position with 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the ball game. Ripley will have the ball first down and 10, right at the midfield stripe.
You know, Northside hasn't played any bad defense.
The Tigers will
No,
have
they
it
haven't
first
played.
down.
But our offense hasn't played any good offense
Yeah,
either.
and we've just shot ourselves in the foot almost every drive. But we'll get it. We'll get it straightened out, and we'll get it right. And, you know, main thing is get into the playoffs and then peak.
Yeah.
Hearn will be in shotgun. Pitch will be to his right. They'll be too wide to the right. And Ripley is going to hand the ball to Pitch, starts with his left, cuts back to his right. He's across the 45. He's across the 30, the 40, and brought down to the 35-yard line. So that's about a 15-yard run for Pitts, and that is a Farm Bureau insurance. Ripley Tiger first down.
Great run by Pitts.
Yeah, good open field.
Good blocking
Vision,
by the
vision.
by the
Yeah,
offense
and they
too.
gave him, you
Those
know,
chains are moving, and it's
and
a
I hate to even say too much negative about the line
First
because,
down.
you know, being an old offensive lineman, you know, you never get any credit. You only get blame. And you know, when you score 47 points like we did last week, the offensive line does a good job.
Yeah.
Too wide right. They hand the ball to Pitts again. He's trying to get outside. He cuts it back in off tackle, but he just stays on his feet. Even after he's hit, he picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5.
Pitch goes left.
Looks like he picks up about 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6 for Ripley with 4:50 to go in the ball game.
At the 32-yard line, it's
They bring
second
in
down
TC number 16.
and a
He's really been
short six.
he's
He's
done a
quick.
good job
Yes, he
tonight.
has.
So Ripley will split 3 wide to the left. Shotgun formation. Hearn takes a snap. He hands it off to his running back, trying to get outside. He cuts it back in the middle, and boy, it looked like if he'd been a half a step, he feels it too.
Yeah.
He's beating the
Curry
ground.
swings left,
He
inside the
almost
30.
broke that for a touchdown. He could see all the green grass in front of him. That's
Very near
TC
the
carrying
first
on
down.
Curry as he gets down to
But
the
yard
30.
short.
Let's
It's
check that, the 27-yard
Third
line.
down and 1.
And it'll be 3rd and 1 for Ripley with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Ripley up 8-0. Ripley sends 3 wide left. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it out to his running back. Ooh, and hit hard right at the, he might have got the first down, but he was hit hard right real close to it. Looks like they're gonna say he's at the 27-yard line. And I think he was at the 27, so I think that's basically no gain. It'll be 3rd or 4th and 1.
Yeah,
Or fourth. Yeah, he picked up a yard, so it'll be 4th and 1.
They know where this one's going. It's going straight to the Pitts.
Fourth down, 1.
So wide out, 2 to the right, wing to the left. Hearn takes a snap, high snap. He's going to carry it himself. He's got the first down and more as he breaks it outside and it gets
Now that
slung
should
out of
be
bounds.
flag comes in.
So, and I'm not sure if that's
Out of bounds.
prior to him slinging him down after he got out of bounds. Yep, it is. So they're just going to come back. He had the first down and more. So that'll back the Tigers up. As I mentioned earlier, that offensive line, they never get enough love. And just want to remind you who they are because they do the dirty work. And that's Jalen Edwards, Dallas Mitchell, Logan Simpson, Morgan Simpson, Dalton Wilson, and Bradley Arab.
And
so those guys, like I said, they do all the dirty work. They're in the trenches. So 2:58 on the clock. It's 4th down and 7. Ripley's going for it. They'll send 3 wide to the right. Empty backfield for Hearn in shotgun.
Timeout.
And Ripley calls a timeout with 2:58 on the clock. So we've got just about 3 minutes of ball left. You know, of course, I'd love to get at least some kind of point up there because, you know, if they
Go over 16, Fayette Academy 13, Huntington 33 over Decatur County Riverside 7. Let's see. South Gibson 42 over Kirby 0.
I gotta give a shout out to, I apologize, I don't know his first name, but McCorkle. He is I think one of the assistant principals at Ripley, and on Friday, of course, Coach Cruz is the athletic director, but on Friday, obviously, he's preoccupied, so McCorkle actually takes care of us up here in the press dock, kind of doing the AD job, and does a fantastic job. I always had us something up here to eat and drink, and make sure when we get here, we have the rosters for both teams, so appreciate that. All right, Ripley, fourth down, and it's going to the ball, run it, and he's not going to make it. A flag comes in.
Flags on the play.
Is in an area where you would think it would be a hole, but there was nobody out there but the ball carrier, so it could be a face mask.
Yeah, I didn't know
But they
what
do
it
stop
is.
him. Let's see what the call will be.
I was upset. Blocking the bank. Ripley.
So the ball will go over on downs. They'll decline that.
Penalty is declined.
Ripley turns the ball
Against the
over.
Tigers, so the ball goes over.
So we've got 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in this ball game. Ripley up 8-0. But the Northside Indians will have the ball first and 10 at their own 38-yard line. 3 minutes to
Will
work.
take over with a first and 10.
Too wide to the left. Wing, or too wide to the right. Check it. Flag comes in before the snap, and he's going to catch the ball. He's out of bounds.
But in
It falls incomplete with a flag. About the time the play started, so it should come back either way. You'll be all right.
Look it up. We haven't technical difficulty.
But it won't pick up out there.
procedures are called against the Indians.
So, it is against the against Northside, so that will back them up with 2:47 on the clock. Going to take them back outside the sticks. It'll still be first down, but it'll be first and 15, and they'll be back at their own 33.
After the 5-yard mark-off, it's first and 15.
So Ripley holding on to an 8-0 lead. Too wide to the left for Northside. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's going long downfield. And they're going to call a defensive pass interference against Ripley. We had a
It should
receiver.
have been offensive interference.
Pass
Well,
incomplete. There's a flag
Well,
on the
you can't
play.
impede the runner's route, and that's what we did. So that's going to give them 15 yards and give them a first down now.
Because it looked like the receiver pushed off.
Well, I thought, from what I saw, and again, I have to go back and look because a lot of things I think I see, I don't. But it looked like that we slowed down.
Well, now they ran the ball back.
Well, I think they are. For whatever reason, they're giving them a first down, but it only moved the ball. Well, okay, it moved to 15 because it was first and 15. And so they move it up 15, and it'll be first and 15 from the
First down, Northside.
48-yard line. 2:42 on the clock. Too wide to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, looking to throw. He's going long downfield on this side, and he throws the ball completely out of bounds. No one to catch it there, so it falls incomplete. It'll bring it second down and 10 with 2:36 on the clock. And what I was saying earlier, it appeared to me that he was running his route, and of course we had a man behind him, and he slowed down, which made the receiver run into him and not be able to proceed with his pattern, and so they called that pass interference. My understanding. Of course, I have to look back at stuff because
Well, I
things
mean,
I see, I think I see, and I don't see, or
Well,
some
you're
things
probably
I.
right, but I thought he pushed off, and it could have been because he slowed down.
And here's the pass, and they're going no, it's complete, and I thought we were going to intercept it, but they complete it, and they get the first down
Pass
as they
complete.
move the ball across
For
the
the first
50-yard
down.
line, down across the 45 to the 44-yard line. No, that's not a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2. 2:19 on the clock.
Third
Ripley
down
needs to
and
stop.
1.
Ripley really needs to stop here. These next 2 plays. Great student section out. You can hear them cheering. Quarterback won't throw again. We got to put some pressure on him. And it's complete. And he got the first down and out of bounds across the 40 to the 39 or 38-yard line. Well, they'll have the first and 10.
I actually thought it was intended for number 11
For the
Marcus.
Yeah, it looked like it, and I knew it was high, but then they had a man that come in behind him, and he was able to, that receiver was able to come down with it and pick up the first down. So 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. 2 wide left, shotgun formation, wing right. We got to put some pressure on the quarterback. He's just going to run it this time, and we are able to catch him at the corner and not let him turn. He picks up about a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. But the good thing is we keep him in bounds, and that keeps the clock running.
And he is hurt.
Yeah, he is down. You know, that's the thing, one of the things especially that I've noticed here recently is that we're letting the quarterback stand back there and take way too much time to throw the ball. And it is a cramp, and it's a Ripley Tiger that's down with the cramp.
Ripley Tiger.
And one of the Northside trainers comes out to stretch him out. Couldn't tell who it was.
Can't even like, I don't see his number.
1 minute and 48 seconds on the clock. Now the Ripley trainer goes out, but that's going to be Kobe Mayers. He pops up under his own power. He'll have to come out for a play. Getting a nice hand from our student section. So it'll be 2nd down 10. Ball at the Tiger 39-yard line.
Play resumes, 2nd down, 9.
2 wide to the right, wing to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. He's going to throw a long downfield and almost picked off by the Ripley Tigers, but he does knock it out of bounds. That does stop the clock on an incomplete pass with 1:37. Ripley has the ball, or Ripley has the lead, 8-0. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Southside, the north side.
See who that was?
3rd down.
I couldn't tell.
No, that's number 31 for the Tigers. Go with that pass. Taylor.
So 1:37 showing on the clock. Ripley holding on to an 8-0 lead. 2 wide right, wing to the left. There's a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. Looking to throw. He's got a man running over the middle of the field, and he overthrows him. He had a step on our safety there, but he overthrows everybody, and it falls incomplete. Now bringing up 4th down and 10. So it's do or die time on this play for the Northside Indians.
You know, an ugly win is better than an ugly loss.
Ugly win is absolutely better than any kind of win is better than any kind of loss.
I think there's some things we got to clean up on offense.
No doubt.
Defensively, I think we played probably a B- tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that either.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah. 2 wide to the right, wing to the left, shotgun formation. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw. He's chased out of the pocket this time, and he's going to be sacked. And that's going to be the ball game. As who is on that tackle? Number 5, the All-State middle linebacker for Ripley, Taylor Carney, catches him about 10 yards, 8 or 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And so the ball will go over on downs. Ripley will have the ball 1st and 10, holding on to an 8-0 lead. So the Tigers, with 1:26 on the clock, should run a play, maybe 2, and they might have to kneel down after that.
Great win for the Tigers.
Any win is a great win. You know, if you'd have told me we were only going to score 8 points in this game, I probably thought you didn't know what you were talking about, because you know we scored 47 last week, and but we just hadn't had our best game. But we are in the victory formation, And so we kneeled down on the ball with 1:20. And a little extracurricular stuff going on out there. Not sure that any of it is intentional. But Northside has a player down. And, you know, we were just kneeling down in the victory formation, and I think that guy plays nose guard, and he just came barreling through there, which is fine. You know, you're allowed to do that. Most of them don't because it's kind of a futile situation, but he will have to come out for a play. And he's number 25. He's a great big fella.
He sure is. See how much he weighs.
Do we have their height and weight?
Yeah, he's Javante Smith, 6'3". That ain't right. They got him in at 165 pounds. No, that ain't right.
That ain't right. If he weighs 165, I weigh 50.
Now, he's at least.
Oh, he's
At
250,
least 300.
275. Yeah, he probably is 300 or more. So Ripley will be back in the victory formation, and we've got under a minute to go. We've still got 30 seconds on the play clock, so we should be down inside 30. And this ball is snapped, and this should be the last snap of the game. Remember, next Friday night, blackout in Ripley, Tiny Knee Stadium. They do take a timeout. So next Friday night, come out and support the Ripley Tigers as they will be 3-1 going into the Covington game. Covington comes into it 3-1, and we need all the support we can get. We need that, as you say, that 12th man. We need the stands full, and we need to be loud.
We need to show up and show out and
show off
and beat the Chargers. I believe we'll come out hyped. I believe we'll come out ready. But we can't come out like we did tonight.
Absolutely. And I know the coaches will do everything in their power to get their team ready for this week. This is a district game, and Covington has the lead in the district, and so it's that is more than likely going to be for the district championship, whoever can beat Covington, as long as they don't lose to someone else they shouldn't. So we'll have to snap the ball this time for sure because the clock stopped on the timeout. Not sure why they called a timeout. Unless they're going to, I don't think they've got enough to call two more and make us punt the ball. So we're back in victory formation. Take the snap, kneel down.
And I think this will be the first time we beat them in about 20 years or 15 at least.
Been a while. And so we will have to snap the ball one more time. There's 39 seconds on the clock and 34 on the play clock. So Ripley will snap the ball one time. Congratulations to the Ripley High School Tigers being 3-1, you know, in the fourth game of the season. That, I mean, that's a feat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Ripley will snap the ball one more time. And there's the snap. And he downs it. We've got 15 seconds on the play clock, but that is going to be the last play of the ball game. So congratulations to the Ripley High School Tigers having this season start off with a 3-1 record. Excuse me, as we mentioned, Covington comes to town next week, and they're 3-1 on the season. So we need all the support we can get out. We need everybody to come out and support the Ripley Tigers.
And I hope the Chargers come in here overlooking us. Because I think we're going to show them some stuff. I hope next Friday night.
But I hope you're right, and you know, I know JR is going to have them ready.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes when you're dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, sometimes the coaches do everything they can, and the players they'll overlook you more so than the coaching staff. But at any rate, the final score here from Ripley High School, Tiny Knee Stadium, Jim Fitzhugh Field, and Don Paris Press Box. We want to congratulate the Ripley Tigers, and the Ripley Tigers come away with a win, being 3-1 on the season by the score of 8-0.
8-0.
That's going to do it here from Tiny Knee Stadium. This is Mike White with Tracy Henson, and wishing everybody a good night and God bless.